5 years ago, Arjun stood outside the grand gates of the Kapoor mansion, humiliated, heartbroken, and penniless. His only mistake? Falling in love with the wrong girl from the right family. Naina Kapoor, daughter of the powerful businessman Rakesh Kapoor, had married Arjun against her family's wishes. At the time, Arjun was a struggling civil engineer, honest and hard-working, but without wealth or status. For a few months, love had shielded them from the world's scorn. But soon, the storm came. Rakesh Kapoor, a man obsessed with power and prestige, never accepted Arjun. He called him a parasite, feeding off his daughter's life. With daily insults, taunts, and psychological warfare, he turned Naina against Arjun. Whispers of lies, manipulations, and planted misunderstandings made her believe Arjun was using her. One rainy night, Naina handed him divorce papers, cold, blank eyes replacing the warmth she once had. Rakesh had him thrown out of the house. "You'll never be anything," he spat. "And if fate dares make you rich, I'll still crush you." Arjun didn't respond. He simply picked up his torn dignity and walked away. The rise. Arjun moved to another city, living in a tiny rented room and surviving on cup noodles and sheer determination. He worked day and night, first as a site laborer, then as a junior architect, and eventually started his own construction consultancy. His designs were genius, and his integrity unmatched. One successful project led to another, and within 3 years, his name was making rounds in the elite circles of business and infrastructure. By the 5th year, Arjun had built Aryan Constructions, now one of the most powerful firms in the country. Yet, he stayed away from the limelight, waiting, planning. The return. One day, he received an invitation from the Kapoor family's company. They were seeking investors. Apparently, the empire was crumbling. Rakesh's pride and greed had led to corrupt deals, and the business was drowning in debt. They needed a miracle. Arjun smirked. Dressed in a tailored black suit and arriving in a sleek luxury car, he stepped into the very same Kapoor boardroom where he was once insulted. Naina was there. She gasped as soon as she saw him. Her eyes filled with disbelief and regret. Rakesh's face turned pale. "Arjun." "No," Arjun replied coolly. "Mr. Arjun Mehra, CEO of Aryan Constructions. And I believe you asked for investors." Rakesh fumbled for words, but business was business. Swallowing his pride, he began the presentation. Arjun listened patiently, but his eyes never left Rakesh's face. At the end, Arjun stood. "Interesting proposal," he said. "But I have one condition." Everyone leaned in. "I want full control. You'll step down as chairman, and your shares will be transferred to me. And Naina, she'll hand-deliver the documents." Gasps echoed across the room. Rakesh looked like he had been slapped. "You can't do this." "I can," Arjun said. "Or I walk away. And trust me, no one else is stupid enough to save this sinking ship." The fall of pride. Desperate and cornered, Rakesh had no choice. Days later, Naina arrived at Arjun's office, holding the signed documents. Her hands trembled. "You planned all this, didn't you?" Arjun took the papers without looking at her. "No, you planned my fall. I just rose higher than you imagined." Her voice cracked. I was wrong, Arjun. I believed lies. I let them ruin us. He finally looked at her. You let them break me. And now, I just returned the favor. Tears streamed down her face, but Arjun showed no emotion. What do you want now? She whispered. Nothing, he said. Revenge complete. Keep your tears for the man who taught you to mock honesty. Your father. The final twist. Weeks later, Kapoor Industries was officially owned by Arjun. Rakesh was out of power, his name tarnished in business circles. Arjun never touched a penny of their personal wealth, he didn't need to. Watching Rakesh live with the knowledge that the poor boy now owned everything he once ruled, that was the true revenge. As Arjun walked through the corridors of the Kapoor mansion, now his, he stopped before the family portrait. He stared at his younger self in one corner, standing awkwardly next to Naina. He smiled faintly and said to himself, some returns are not for love, but for justice. Moral: never look down on someone struggling today, you might be forced to look up to them tomorrow.